Hello, my name is Judah Brown, and this is my professional counseling skills video blog. First off, I just wanted to start off with saying that this is extremely uncomfortable for me. I'm sure most people feel this way talking to the video. I just had to start this over because my wife came into the room and made me laugh in the middle of it. But to business. The first question is, what did you notice about the skills of the counselors? One of the things that I noticed about the skills of the counselors is they were extremely calm. Their voice tone, their body language, everything was extremely calm in the way that they handled themselves. Their movements were very slow. Where I work at a residential care facility for kids. One of the things that they constantly talk about is a calm brain is calming. So what that means is if you're calm, we have mirroring neurons in our brain that actually does the same thing to people that we're talking to, and will actually mirror and mimic what's taking place. So if you're calm, the person might be frustrated, but it can also have a calming effect on them. So I think that was a very interesting part of the counseling sessions. Now I'm pretty sure they were actors, and with that, I feel like they wanted to kind of give us an idea of what a counseling session looked like, but I do feel like at some level they were asking questions that were leading, but they were never giving their opinions or their thoughts. I felt like that was really interesting for me. I know that a lot of the material we've read so far says that counselors aren't advice givers. So I think that's helpful to kind of see that kind of in play, where you see a counselor going through and talking about they're not really giving much information, they're asking a lot of questions. So I think that's helpful. One thing I think would have been helpful a little bit is some of the questions to be a little bit more, I'm just curious as to why they weren't as deep penetrating. Like the one where it was talking about the woman discussing her relationship with her boyfriend. They never asked her like what her boyfriend's job was. And maybe that's not something they can ask. I'm not sure. I was just curious as to why that question wasn't asked, because that would be helpful for the counselor to know at some level to kind of get an idea of, okay, well, is she dating someone that's a police officer or fireman? Because they have kind of a more difficult job, a stressful job, and it is kind of a camaraderie between the other professionals that they're working with. The other question is, are the sessions you watched similar to what you imagined in a counseling session to be? I would say so. I do feel like they're very similar of what I would expect a session to be like. It is interesting though, because we see a lot of counselors here with what we do, and we have a lot of interaction with counselors. And instead of doing like a sit down with a lot of the kids, what they do differently is they do a lot of side-by-side stuff with the kids when they're doing their counseling. And I think that's kind of an interesting concept or interesting way of going about that. But it is interesting to see this type of counseling where they're actually sitting down and across from the person and asking questions. Once again, my name is Judah Brown. I appreciate the time. I think I went a minute over. But thank you so much. All right, bye.